Hey guys, and welcome to the Fish Room. I'm Rachel O'Leary, and today we're just going to get busy. I haven't been feeling well the past couple weeks, so I haven't been able to move fish out to the tubs. My fish in quarantine are basically done. I need to shoot a species spotlight, so we're just going to get busy. Now, an important thing to consider before you decide what fish to move out to your summer tubs is what will you do with the eventual offspring. Because of the abundance of live food, because of the great dilution from rain, typically fish breed really well outdoors, so you have to have some sort of plan in place for what you're going to do. For me, I'm probably going to give all of the offspring to Dominic at New Aqua Shop, the guy that's the sponsor of the species spotlights on this channel, so that he'll have them to offer to you guys. I don't want hundreds of the same fish any longer. I'm trying to slow my roll and make sure that everything I'm doing is manageable. So I'm going to be moving out a scoop of white clouds, probably just 6 or 8, and a scoop of Daniochopre, again, probably just 6 or 8, in order to manage the mosquito larvae in the tubs more than anything else. So today we're going to catch those fish, catch up on what's happening in the tubs, show you the plants. I'll show you the carnivorous bog garden that I finished planting. Again, it has rained every single day here for like months, it feels like. And it's been unseasonably cool, but the weather is finally evening out. My brain is finally cooperating. So let's get busy. We're gonna take a look at the white clouds, catch a scoop of white clouds, take a look at the chopre, catch a scoop of chopre, move them outside, do some updates. And then coming out soon will be a species spotlight on one of my top favorite fish of all times. And I hadn't been able to get them for over a decade, and Dominic was able to help me out. So that'll be coming out soon as well. At any rate, let's get started because we need to get this done. So these are my Daniochopre. I've had them for quite a few years now. They're one of my favorite little cyprinids to keep in breed. I just love their orange color. I love the different shiny aspects of their coloration. They're super outgoing and just a really cool fish. And I actually wouldn't mind having more of these for my hill stream, so I'm going to move them out to breed. I will link to a species spotlight on them if any of you are curious, but you can see like the yellow in the fins, the orange, the vertical barring. They're just really cool fish. And I know you guys are going to ask, so I'm going to tell you. The food that I'm using is called Aquarium. It's freeze-dried blackworms. I buy it at Super Cichlids. I found since I've been back that the ONIP just doesn't behave the same way. It doesn't stick to the glass as well. So I've switched to these guys in order to bring all the fish to my yard. And I'm really, really impressed with this food. So I can put a link to that down in the description as well in case you guys are interested. Not sponsored, but I think it's a really great product. It's 100% pure. It's for freshwater or marine. Really good for the fish. And obviously they really enjoy it. So I'm going to go ahead and catch some of these, or try to. And again, I think the tub is like maybe 30 gallons, so I'm only going to catch a small handful, and then we'll move them out. This is my white cloud line. I've been working with it probably for about 15 or so years now. I'm not actually sure. Definitely the entire time I've been living at this house, so I guess closer to 20 years. Some of them are long fin, most of them are standard, but they're just really great bomb-proof fish. And again, one of my top of all time. So I'm gonna grab a scoop of them because I wouldn't mind having a few more, but I know that they're going to breed me out of house and home, so I'm hoping Dom will want them at the end of this season. Anyway, we'll grab some of those and move them out too. So I've caught about a half dozen of each species. We're going to go ahead and take them outside, take a look at the tubs, and keep this train rolling. So we're out here by the tubs, and as you can see, the plants have really, really, really taken off. I'm super stoked, very lush, and it's only going to get better as the season progresses. I haven't had to mess with either of the filters in either tub. I've been really, really happy with them. I'm just going to go ahead and dump the fish in. I'm going to put the white clouds in the top and the chopre in the bottom. And that's about it. I don't do any acclimation or anything. So chopre Right in they go. White clouds. Right in they go. And now this means that I no longer need to dose with my BTIs because the fish that are in there will eat any mosquito larvae. So yeah, that's about it. And I wanted to show you guys the bog garden that I grew as well. I'm pretty proud of it. And some of you actually sent me plants for it. So thank you to those of you who were so generous. Let's go take a look. So this is my carnivorous bathtub bog. I showed you guys the start of the build. I was unable to show you guys the planting of it because it simply was raining too much. Now initially I had this chicken wire over the top just because I have a real squirrel problem in my yard these past few years. And I wanted to protect the plants. All of these were cut down rhizomes. None of them were mature plants, and everything's really, really taken off. I got a few flowers. Next year's it'll be even more incredible, but we'll take a closer look at some of the species, and I'll tell you what I've done. So as you can see, there are quite a lot of different pitcher plants in here. I have a chart in my basement somewhere that tells me what the different ones all are. I honestly, just quite frankly, can't remember. But a lot of them are just really, really beautiful. So a lot of pictures, and then I put dried sphagnum as well as live sphagnum on the surface of the bog, and I find that this really helps for me to manage or know when to water, because as that sphagnum shows signs of drying out, I know that I need to add more water to the tub. There are quite a few sundews, including little tiny spatulatas, filiformis, and then we've got some Venus flytraps that have the biggest traps I have ever gotten. Check this out. See the size of them? They look really great, and everything's going really well. I'm going to be collecting seeds from this garden for a friend of mine who's setting up a commercial growing business, so I'm excited about that as well. But all in all, the only complaint I have is from my maple trees. There's little maple sprouts everywhere that I'm constantly having to pull out. But so far, I've barely had to water this. Now, again, it has been unseasonably rainy here. Like, I don't remember it ever raining this much in the spring before. But the plants are doing great. They're coming in great. You'll see there's a lot of the earliest pitchers that have fallen over. I'm probably going to go in and cut those off. I think that's just as they were establishing roots, they weren't as strong. But lots of good colors coming in, and it's super exciting. So yeah, that's where we're at. Thanks as always for riding along. I hope you'll be subscribed and stay notified so that when I do put out these sporadic videos, you don't miss them. Up soon will be a species spotlight on some loaches, and then we are going to be setting up some tanks and getting more fish. So let me know down in the comments if there's anything in particular you'd like to see for species spotlight or a tank setup.